Level 1. Lockscreen bypass. It happens in the physical world. It requires proximity. And it is devastating. You sit in a crowded bar, you open your banking app, you type a 4-digit PIN. Someone watches. They track the exact movement of your thumb. 10 minutes later, your phone is stolen. In 2023, the Wall Street Journal documented a massive wave of iPhone thefts. They hit New York. They hit London. Thieves didn't want the hardware. They wanted the passcode. They watch you type it, they snatch the device, they run. Within 60 seconds, they use your passcode. They change your Apple ID password. They lock you out of your iCloud. They access your keychain. They drain your savings. Shoulder surfing bypasses brute force math entirely. Even without seeing you type, attackers use smudge attacks. They tilt the glass against the light. They look for the oily residue of your fingerprints. They trace the pattern of an Android unlock screen. The most common patterns start in the top left corner. Once they have the digits or the pattern, they own your digital identity. Level 2. Malicious payloads. You willingly hand over the keys. You just don't know it. Hackers don't always break through your phone's firewall. They just wait for you to open the door. They use Trojan horses, apps that look entirely legitimate, flashlights, QR code scanners, PDF readers. You browse the official app store, you tap install, you accept the permissions. That is a fatal mistake. In December 2023, researchers found the Malicious malware. It hid inside 25 different apps on Google Play. Over 300,000 people downloaded them. These apps bypassed Google's security checks. They delayed their payload. When you download the app, it's clean. It waits. Days or weeks later, it reaches out to a server. It downloads the actual malicious code. Then it asks for accessibility services. It claims it needs this to function. Accessibility services is the holy grail. Once granted, the malware sees everything on your screen. It clicks buttons. It reads your two-factor authentication codes. Take the Joker malware. It hides inside wallpaper apps. It secretly signs you up for premium subscriptions. It intercepts the SMS confirmation codes. You pay $20 a week for a ghost service. You only notice when your credit card statement arrives. You downloaded a flashlight. You installed a parasite. Level 3. Network interception. Data in transit is data at risk. You sit at an airport gate. You open your Wi-Fi settings. You see a network called Airport Free Wi-Fi. You connect. It isn't the airport's network. It's a teenager sitting 3 rows away. This is the evil twin attack. Hackers use portable routers, tools like the Wi-Fi Pineapple. They broadcast a network with a familiar name. Your phone automatically trusts it. It connects to what it remembers. Once connected, you are trapped. It is a man-in-the-middle attack. Every byte of data leaving your phone passes through the hacker's device. They deploy a reverse proxy. It mirrors the real site perfectly. Your screen looks normal. You see the login page for your bank. You type your username. You type your password. The hacker captures the session cookie. The Dark Hotel hacking group used this exact method. They targeted luxury hotel Wi-Fi networks in Asia. They waited for high-level executives to check in. They intercepted the network traffic. They injected malicious pop-ups. They asked the executives to update software. The executives clicked yes. The hackers stole corporate secrets worth billions. Public Wi-Fi is a glass house. A VPN is your only shield. The hacker watches you undress your digital life in public. Level 4. Social engineering. The hardware is secure. The software is patched. The human is the weak link. Breaking the operating system requires millions of dollars in research. Breaking the user costs nothing. Enter smishing. SMS phishing. You receive a text message. It says your Amazon package is delayed, or the IRS is threatening legal action. The message creates artificial urgency. It triggers a panic response. Logic shuts down. In 2021 and 2022, the FluBot malware ravaged Europe and Australia. It spread entirely through fake package delivery texts. Users clicked a link to track a non-existent parcel. The link took them to a flawless replica of a delivery website. It prompted them to install a tracking app. It was spyware. Once installed, FluBot raided the victim's contact list. It hijacked their contacts. It texted every number. It turned the victim's phone into a self-replicating weapon. In 2023, the USPS tracking scam dominated the United States. Scammers blasted millions of texts. They claimed a package was stuck at a distribution center. The link asked for a 60-cent redelivery fee. Victims typed in their data. They handed over their credit card, their billing address, their entire identity. The phone's security systems never triggered. Antivirus cannot patch human psychology. Level 5, SIM swapping. Your phone never leaves your pocket. Your screen remains locked, but your identity vanishes. This is the port out scam. It targets the telecommunications companies. It ignores the device entirely. A hacker finds your name in a data breach. They find your phone number. They call your mobile carrier. They pretend to be you. They say they dropped their phone in a lake. They need to activate a new SIM card. Customer support agents get manipulated. The agent believes the lie. They transfer your number. The hacker's SIM card goes live. Your signal bars drop to 0. Your screen reads no service. You assume it's a dead zone. It's a heist in progress. The hacker now receives all your calls. They receive all your texts. They go to the login page of your bank. They hit your cryptocurrency exchange. They click Forgot Password. The bank sends a 2-factor authentication code. It doesn't go to your dead phone. It goes to the hacker. In 2022, the FBI reported over $72 million lost strictly to SIM swapping. Even billionaires fall victim. In 2019, hackers SIM swapped Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey. They took control of his phone number. They used it to post deeply offensive messages. They broadcasted them to millions of followers directly from his account. SMS authentication is a trap. Your security relies on a call center employee. They are underpaid. They are manipulated. Level 6, zero-click exploits, the apex predator of smartphone hacking. You do nothing. You click no links, you download no apps, you don't answer a call. Your phone is sitting on a desk. A message arrives in the background. Your phone processes the message. The phone is instantly compromised. This is military-grade spyware. It is completely invisible. The most infamous example is Pegasus. It was created by the Israeli firm NSO Group. It is sold to intelligence agencies for millions of dollars. In September 2023, Apple rushed out an emergency patch. It fixed a vulnerability called BlastPass. Attackers used iMessage to deliver a malicious image attachment. It contained a passkit payload. The victim never touched the message. Receiving the image triggered a buffer overflow. The malicious code executed silently. Once inside, a zero-click exploit grants root access. The attacker owns the device. They turn on the microphone. They listen to the room. They activate the camera. They read your plaintext messages before WhatsApp can even encrypt them. They track your GPS location in real time. These exploits are highly targeted. They are deployed against journalists, political dissidents, high-level executives. But vulnerabilities trickle down. What costs $1 million today will be reverse-engineered tomorrow. Cybercriminal syndicates will use it. A smartphone is a computer. It is always on. It is always connected. It is always listening. The attack surface is the existence of the phone itself. Level 7, supply chain compromise. The phone is infected before you even buy it. You purchase a brand new device. The seal on the box is unbroken. You boot it up for the first time. The malware is already running. This bypasses all security. The threat is baked directly into the hardware. It lives in the operating system at the factory level. In 2023, cybersecurity researchers exposed the Lemon Group. They discovered nearly 9 million budget Android smartphones were infected. They carried a malware called Guerrilla. These phones targeted developing markets. The infection didn't happen over the internet. It happened inside the manufacturing facilities. Rogue firmware was flashed onto the devices before they were packaged. The malware lived in the read-only memory. A factory reset did nothing. You could wipe the phone 100 times. The virus would just boot back up. Guerrilla hijacked WhatsApp sessions. It intercepted passwords. It downloaded invisible plugins. It clicked hidden ads. It generated fraudulent revenue. It turned millions of users into unwitting nodes in a massive botnet. Supply chain attacks also target updates. You receive a legitimate-looking software update. It comes from your device manufacturer. But hackers have compromised the vendor's servers. They inject a backdoor into the patch. You click Update to stay secure. You install the exact mechanism of your own destruction. When the operating system itself is the malware, security software is blind. It trusts the core system. The device you rely on was built by an enemy you cannot see.